Golden Con, the world's premier convention for fans of the Golden Girls, was back in Chicago for its second year. With the passing of Betty White in 2021, all of the main Golden Girls cast members, Bea Arthur, Rue McClanahan, and Estelle Getty, have now left us. But their legacy of love, laughter, and LGBTQ plus advocacy lives on through this annual celebration, and them playing all the episodes over and over and over and over and over on Logo. A session named Rue's Wish, the life and wishes of Rue, told by the late star's only sister, Dr. Melinda McClanahan, during the convention, received special attention. The event also featured a Golden Girls themed costume contest, a series of trivia competitions, a live podcast recording of Out on the Lanai with Sadie Pines and Kerri Doherty, and a Mother of Solid Gold Dancer disco hosted by the Golden Gays. Watch this.
Celebrating unconventional families of all kinds.
I think the one thing that makes the Golden Girls so great is it's that moment of chosen family. It's finding your authenticity and who you are, not confiding to like societal norms, and still living a fulfilled life. And so whether you're the Blanche of the group, or you're the witty one of like Sophia, or you're just kind of the aloof one like Rose, there's a way that everybody can get along and live in harmony.
As long as there are Golden Girls fans out there, and that's going to be forever, we're going to try and give them a good show.
This looks like so much fun. Golden Con becomes the convention for all things Golden Girls. What are we all talking about?
My favorite show.
How could we couldn't be more different, Jamal, than these women, and you say your favorite show. How did they do this?
Because of what he said in the interview. They came together as chosen family. Not only that, the show was very grounded. It was older white women back in the 80s, set in the 80s, and they each had regular lives with regular problems that all were they tackled HIV and AIDS. Yep. They tackled
immigration,
immigration,
trans. They even touched that back when nobody was talking about that.
Yes, and they even touched on ageism, sex. Like they touched on things that were based in humanity. And that, when I was a kid, I think that also laid the foundation for my humanity, because I was 5, 6 years old watching the Golden Girls in a rocking chair with a can of Sprite and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh my God, how cute.
Yes. I knew when it came on every day. As soon as I came home from school, my sister would call me an old woman because I would sit in a rocking chair and I would just love watching I was like, this is just.
And they're like you said, they're topics. Any older person would put you in front of this TV because they didn't think anything. 4 old white women, what are they going to talk about that it's going to make you think anything else? Rue McClanahan taught me what a slut was early on. I was like, yes, I didn't even know old people still had sex. Okay?
And she was a classy slut.
And she was a classy slut.
I love it. I got termed
Rue,
I got termed Blanche. In Jersey, in my Jersey days, because they were like, Jamal, you're a slut, but you're so classy with it. Like, yeah.
You're like Blanche. Whenever I'm going to tell my wife a story and it's like, oh, that person over there, she goes, oh God, is this a Blanche story? Did you end up in a bathroom with her? Did something happen like that? Because that's just what it is. But even Betty White, White with her loving animals, and she worked till the day she passed. I mean, that woman was relevant and came back over and over again.
She hit it right. She left right before 100. I think she was telling us something like, child, you don't want to get to 100, honey. Live it out and then leave.
Live it out.
Live it out and leave. She was so grounded and so funny, and I just love them all.
Yeah.
I even went so far as to get into their personal lives and how it all came together and the interconnectedness of it all. Even that storyline of how Golden Girls came to be it's like magic.
Well, it's like what we were talking about before. You take your friends and I'm going to get a good job and I'm going to bring you with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Community,
they were on this show. Bea Arthur was on this show called Maude. That if you can watch it, watch it. I mean, it's old and they say so much shit that you're like, oh my God, how'd they say that back then, right? But it's still relatable and it's still entertaining today. And Rue was on that show as well.
Yes.
And oh my God. But anybody who's queer loves the Golden Girls. There's just something about their realness, their don't give a F attitude about things.
And
you
I
know?
think it's also the chosen family aspect of it. When we enter this LGBTQ plus space, you're mostly alienated from those who you previously loved ones and things of that nature. And this show shows how you can create family with people who share the same experiences as you.
Yeah.
Like they have shared experiences that were just so beautifully played out on screen. It was,
Picture it, Sicily, 19. Oh, come on, they were just.
picture it, Miami, 1985. A little sexy black boy was born at Jackson Memorial Hospital.
We love the Golden Girls. Okay,
Yes.
I want to go on one of those cruises or go to that convention again. I have to. Like, it's just, it's so
Let's
much fun.
plan it.
It's
Let's
so
do
much
it.
fun. We
Let's
should do
do
it.
it.
And you go to
Yeah.
these things and you see a bunch of gay people and you see young people, you know, that like were 5 when that was out and they're still huge fans. Love the
Right.
Golden Girls. So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat show. Get the week started with me.